I guess. Detective G says, what exactly are your worries and troubles, and do you have many? You can tell us if you feel okay to. She looks down at her hands, feeling a sense of hesitation and vulnerability. She takes a deep breath and then looks up at Detective G, and her voice barely above a whisper. She's got a lot of worry, she says. Her voice shaking. She's been having some problems with her family, and she's been feeling really lost and alone lately. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes. She's been trying to get away from her past, but it's hard to escape when it feels like it's following her everywhere. She looks down at her hands again, feeling a sense of shame and regret. She's been feeling guilty about some things, and she doesn't know how to make things right or deal with them. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. She looks up at the detectives, her eyes pleading for them to understand. I'm just really scared, okay? I'm scared of what's going to happen next, and I don't know how to make it stop. The detectives ask, are the problems with your family, within your family? Minute, small, or large? She takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of sadness and regret washes over her. And she looks at the detectives again. They're large, she says, her voice shaking. Her family has a lot of problems, and she's been trying to escape them for a long time. She pauses, feeling a sense of pain and hurt. She states her parents they're not very supportive of her, and they've been really critical of her lately. She looks down at her hands, again feeling a sense of shame and regret. She's been feeling really unloved and unaccepted by them, and it's been really hard for her to deal with it. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. She looks up at the detectives again, her eyes pleading for them to try to understand. I just want to be loved and accepted for who I am, you know? Okay, we understand, they say. Let's probe. Does your dad have financial problems, worries, etc., and drinks heavily? It's quite a common thing known of in the community, within the community. People have these problems and they hit the bottle. It's a form of escapism, a way out, right, from all those feelings, those voices that say you're a loser, all that sort of stuff. She nods, feeling a sense of sadness and regret wash over her. She looks down at her hands and she looks at the detectives again. Yeah, my dad's has financial problems, and he drinks heavily, she says, her voice shaking. He's always been a bit of a drunk, but lately it's been getting worse. She pauses, feeling a sense of pain and hurt. He's always yelling at her and her mum, and it's just really stressful and scary. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. I'm just really scared of him, okay? I'm scared of what he'll do next, and I don't know how to make it stop. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes. She's been trying to get away from him for a long time, but it's hard to escape when he's always looking for her. And he drives around, I guess, and he tries to find her in the street, whatever. Cares for her. Safety, right? That's what it's all about. Parents care. They do care, you know. Obviously, if he's looking for her, he does care. Well, you know, Leah, financial problems can do that to a man. Drive him to the drink. It's a form of escapism, often. As he tries his damnedest to be a great provider, etc., he hides in that form of escapism, the bottle. It's a fast way out, you know. Forget your problems temporarily. She nods, feeling a sense of understanding and empathy towards her father's situation. Yeah, she says, I think that's what's happening with her dad, or with my dad. She says, her voice shaking. He's always trying to provide for us, but it's just not working out. And when things get tough, he turns to the bottle. She pauses, feeling a sense of sadness and regret. I've seen him like that before, and it's just really hard to deal with. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. I just wish she could see that there's more to life than just drinking and trying to provide. I wish she could see that I'm struggling too, and that I need his help. The detective replies, well, everyone has a form of escapism. His life has these problems, they struggle, they have issues, and they have these many forms of escapism, whether it's alcohol, drugs, or something else. It's an easy road away from the pain, the struggle, etc., a way to kill the thoughts, feelings, temporarily, but bitterness is what makes them lash out at their loved ones. They don't always mean to, but they are so peed off with themselves that they tend to do that. So disappointed in themselves, right? Nothing's working for them. Leah nods, feeling a sense of understanding and empathy towards her father's situation. Yeah, I think that's what's happening with my dad, she says. He's just so angry and bitter all the time, and he takes it out on us. She pauses, feeling a sense of sadness and regret. I just wish he could see that there's more to life than drinking and being angry. I wish he could see that we're struggling too, and that we need his help. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes. But I guess that's just not going to happen, is it? Okay, it's all good. Dee will give you tissues if you need them. We can talk to your dad later on and get him help him out, you know. We have friends that can do it for him, okay? She nods, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude towards the detectives. Thank you so much, she says, her voice shaking with emotion. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down, and looks at Dee, who's holding out a box of tissues towards her. Yeah, I'd like some tissues, please, she says, feeling a sense of gratitude towards Dee. She takes a tissue from the box and blows her nose, feeling a sense of relief wash over her. She looks at detectives G and D again. I just want to be loved and accepted for who I am, you know. I want my dad to be happy and healthy, and I want us to be a family again. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down, and she asks them, can you both really help him? Can you really get him the help he needs? Detective G says yes. Doris chirps in and says, yes, we will help him as best as we can, as we are the local detective agency, and our motto as rookie cops was always to serve and to protect. Leah nods, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude towards both of them. She looks at them with a mix of admiration and respect. Thank you so much. Her voice barely above whisper. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down again. She looks at Detective G, who's smiling at her. Glad to hear that you're here to help, she says, her voice a bit stronger. I feel like I can finally breathe again. Feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes. I just want to be free from all this pain and suffering, she says, her voice shaking. I want to be able to live my life without fear and anxiety. She looks at the detectives and asks again, can you really help me do that? Or asks him, can you really help me do that? Dee chirps in and says, okay, we have to ask you, is there any history of physical abuse, mental or sexual, from within your family or any outsiders? Friends, family, whatever. Leah takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of trepidation and anxiety. She looks at her hands and then back at the detectives. Yes, there is a history of physical abuse in my family, she says. Her dad has been physically abusive to her mum for a long time, as far as she can remember. He's also been emotionally abusive to her and her siblings. So she's got brothers and sisters, right? She pauses, feeling a sense of pain and hurt. And there's also a history of sexual abuse in my family, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. Her dad's brother, he abused her when she was a kid. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. The detective's like, yeah, okay, it's good, so we're aware of it, you know, you're telling us, make us aware of it. We're actually glad you didn't really go into great depth. Okay, in detail for detail. Okay, that's cool. Okay, it's okay, Leah. Okay, so your dad's all physical to your mum, as your dad is so bitter with himself, disappointed in himself, and the voices he hears in his head keep telling him he's a no-good loser, etc. And then he believes it. It's a common thing, right? Maybe his boss or co-workers are also the same toward him, but we have to verify that though. Leah nods, feeling a sense of understanding and validation. Yeah, that's exactly what happens, she says. He's so bitter and angry with himself, he takes it out on my mum. He's always yelling at her, and it's just really scary. She pauses, feeling a sense of pain and hurt. And maybe you're right, Detective G. I think he believes what his boss and co-workers are saying about him. He's always talking about how he's a failure and how no one likes him. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down. I just want to help him, I want to help him see that he's not a failure and that he's loved and valued. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes. But it's hard to know where to start exactly. Detective G says, "You're a great kid, Lea-Marie. You are so loving and caring to your dad, understanding, wanting to help him, but you feel powerless. Am I right? I get it, as we, both me and Dee, have lived a similar life. Haven't we, Dee?" And she nods in agreement. Lea then states to both of them, "Yeah, I feel like I'm powerless to help him." Her voice barely above whisper. She feels like she's just watching him destroy himself, and she doesn't know how to stop it. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears welling up in her eyes again. But it's nice to know that she's not alone. It's nice to know that there are people who understand what she's going through. She looks at the detectives with a feeling of sense and gratitude and appreciation. Thank you for understanding. It's okay. Now give Dee a home address and we'll send someone to your house tomorrow to talk with him. Once he's sober, then get him help. Okay? We're here to help him. Part of the community, we're here to help. That's what we do. She nods, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude. She pulls out a piece of paper and a pen from her bag and starts writing down her address. Okay. And she gives her address. She says she'll make sure her dad is sober and at home tomorrow when they send someone around to talk to him. She looks up at the detectives and feels a sense of determination. I'll make sure he's ready to listen and get the help he needs. She hands a piece of paper to Detective G, who takes it from her and nods. Thank you, Lea-Marie, he says, his voice kind of gentle. We'll be there tomorrow, and don't worry, we'll make sure your dad gets the help he really needs. He badly needs. He reassures her, but it's okay. If not tomorrow, we can call on him when we know he's home and sober. You know how life is sometimes. I get a lot of events happening, so dealing with these creeps and crooks and stuff like that. Yeah, so we can't promise much, but yeah, we'll be there within the next couple of days. Basically assures her. She nods, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude. She smiles slightly, feeling a sense of hope for the first time in a long time. That would be great. Thank you, she says, her voice barely above whisper. She looks at the detectives, feeling a sense of trust and understanding. I really appreciate everything you're doing for me and my family. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears coming on. Just want to be able to live a normal life without all the stress and anxiety. I want to be able to trust my dad and feel safe at home. She takes a deep breath, trying to calm herself down again. She looks at Detective G and D. Can you really help make that happen? And D says, yeah, we will. We can, dear. As God-fearing, loving people, we can. No force, no pressure, no forced conversions. Okay? But helping is our prime objective. It's all part of our community contribution. Right? Thank you, Lea says. And your tears are tears of joy and relief. I know I can count on you both to help me make that happen. Thank you again. She just gets that feeling that they're genuine. Well, Lea, we were both born in this town, me and Dee, and love it. And we've seen families in dire need, so we help to fix their problems along with them. It's a community thing, you know? That's so beautiful, she says. I love that you and Dee are from this town and care so much about the people here. It's like you're part of the fabric of this community. She takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of hope and optimism. And it makes her feel like she's part of the community now. You've given me a sense of hope, she says, and renewal, and for that I'll be forever grateful. Because they're prepared to help her out. That's what she's thanking them for. Well, for a community to thrive together, we need to help, then teach all to pass it forward and help others struggling within it. That's the key, right? Leah replies, yeah, that's so true. We all need to help each other out and support one another. It's not just about fixing problems, it's about building relationships and creating a sense of community and belonging. Thank you for showing me what it means to truly care about others and make a difference in their lives. He says, yeah, you're onto it. You're right onto it, Leah. Very astute there. Okay, so tell us about you, Leah. We need to know about you. So she goes into great detail, saying that she's 20 years old. She's been living with her dad and mum for most of her life. Her dad has a drinking problem, and it's been really tough on the family, and so forth. She's always dreamed of having a normal life, of being able to trust her dad and feel safe at home. But it's hard when you're constantly walking on eggshells, never knowing when your dad's going to snap. She looks at the detective G and D and says, but I'm trying to be strong, to take care of myself and my family, and I'm grateful to have you both in my life, to have people who care about me and want to help me, genuinely want to help me. They reply, you're most welcome, Leah. Now please tell us more about you. So she goes into detail more about her, and she says that she loves art, etc. So Detective G says, okay, as an artist, can you draw us a picture of what this creep looked like, Leah? If you can, cheers. G gives her a giant A-sized art pad, pencils, crayons, etc., while he and D talk over the notes that they've made of what she said. Leah takes the art supplies from Detective G and nods, feeling a sense of excitement and purpose. She looks at the pad and begins to sketch out a rough outline of the man who abused her verbally, the creep that was following her around. Okay, let me see, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. She starts to draw the man's face, trying to get every detail just right. She adds in his eyes, his nose, his mouth, and his hair. She tries to capture his expression, the way he used to look at her, with a mixture of anger and contempt. This is it, she says, stepping back and looks at the drawing. She nods, feeling a sense of satisfaction and closure. This is the man who hurt me. She looks at the detectives, and says she's glad she could do this. She feels like she's finally taking back control of her life. And can you also write for us exactly what you recall he said to you that was creepy? Don't hold back there. She says, okay. And she takes a pencil and begins to write out the words that the man said to her. She tries to remember every detail, every word, every tone. He said, you're so pretty, Lea-Marie, so sweet, but you're also so dirty, you need to be cleaned up. He said it over and over again, his voice getting louder and more menacing with each passing moment. She pauses, feeling a sense of tears coming on, and he said, you're mine now, Lea-Marie, you'll never be able to leave me, you'll never be able to escape. How the heck did he know her name? He said it like it was a threat, like he was trying to scare her into submission. She takes a deep breath and she remembers what he said. She recalls what he said. He said, I'll take care of you, Lea-Marie. I'll make sure you're safe, but you have to do what I say. You have to obey me. He said it like he was trying to sound nice, like he was trying to make her feel safe, but it was all a lie. She looks up at the detectives, assuring them she knew it was a lie. So the detective asks her, did he ever sound familiar to you? Did he sound familiar to you? Have you heard his voice somewhere before? It's been following you around quite a bit. Do you remember him from other places? Have you met him and heard his voice before? She thinks back, trying to remember if she'd ever met the man before, or his voice sounds familiar. Wait a minute, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. I think I've heard that voice before. I think I've heard it in her dreams. She pauses, trying to remember more details. It's a voice that's familiar, but it's also really creepy. It's a voice that makes you feel scared and uneasy. She takes a deep breath, trying to process what she's thinking. I think I may have met him before, but I don't know where or when. I don't know if it's a memory that's been buried deep in my mind, or if it's just a feeling that I have. She looks at the detectives, feeling a sense of uncertainty and confusion. I'm not sure what's going on, but I know that I need to find out more, she says. Okay, any problem with being put under hypnosis, Leah? No, I don't think that would be a problem, she says. She's willing to do whatever it takes to help the detectives figure out what's going on and to bring the person who hurt her to justice. She takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of determination and courage. I'm ready to face whatever comes next, as long as it means that I can finally be free from the fear and trauma that's been holding me back for so long. I know that you guys will help me get through this, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, we will look at that for you. We will try to help you remember. He smiles. The detective smiles. Thank you, she says. I feel like you can finally start to heal and move on from what happened to me. She takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of calm and peace wash over her. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to remember and to bring that person who hurt me to justice. She looks at the detectives with a sense of love and appreciation. Thank you for believing me and for helping me. I don't know what I would do without you guys. That's okay. Let us know when you finish drawing a sketch, then we'll look at it, eh? You need more coffee, Leah? She smiles and shakes her head, feeling a sense of gratitude for the offer. Nah, thank you. I'm okay, but thank you for offering. I think I'll just finish up my sketch and then we can take a look at it together. She nods. The detectives nod as well, feeling a sense of focus and determination. I want to get it just right so I can show you guys exactly what it looks like. She takes a deep breath, feeling a sense of calm and clarity. I'll just finish up here and then we can take a look. She goes back to her sketch, lost in thought and creativity. Okay, Leah, me and Dee are stepping up for a moment to talk detective stuff, you know? She nods, feeling a sense of understanding and trust. She smiles and waves goodbye to the detectives as they step out of the room. Okay, she says, I'll just finish up my sketch and then I'll wait for you guys to come back. Don't worry, I'll be fine, she says, trying to sound calm and reassuring. She watches as they leave the room, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude that she has their support and help. She takes a deep breath and focuses on finishing her sketch, trying to get every detail just right. If you have any worries or problems, yell and we'll be back to help you with them, okay? Leah? She nods, feeling a sense of reassurance and comfort. She smiles and waves goodbye to Detective G and D as they leave the room. Okay, I'll be fine. I just need to finish up my sketch and then I'll be okay, she says. We're just out here, girl. They're constantly reminding her. She looks up from her sketch, feeling a sense of relief and gratitude that they're there. They're just outside. She says she'll be finished her sketch in a minute or so. She's not really paying attention to what they're saying. She's too focused on her art. They put some nice music on over the intercom. Change the mood a bit, you know. She looks up from her sketch, feeling a sense of surprise and pleasure. She smiles and nods, feeling a sense of calm and relaxation wash over her. Oh, that's nice, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. She listens to the music, feeling a sense of peace and tranquility. It's a soft, gentle melody that seems to match the rhythm of her heartbeat. She closes her eyes and lets the music wash over her, feeling a sense of calm and relaxation. She's so caught up in the music that she didn't even notice when the detectives come back into the room. Okay, we added a musical track here from YouTube, and it's Baron Trump and his mother singing at Trump family party, Bless This World, Oh Lord, which to us sounded really nice. This is the first time we've ever come across it. We didn't know he was a good singer and all that sort of stuff. She suddenly opens her eyes to find the detectives standing in front of her, looking at her with a mixture of confusion and amusement. She looks at the TV screen behind them and her eyes widen in shock and horror. This we couldn't understand why she went like this. What? What is this? She stammers, her voice barely above a whisper. She looks at Detective G&D, feeling a sense of betrayal and confusion. You guys are supposed to be helping me, not showing me some creepy video of I don't even know who that is. She looks back at the TV screen, feeling a sense of disgust and revulsion. This is not what I need right now. I need help, not some weird and creepy video. It's just a peaceful Jesus song, Leah. I don't believe there's anything creepy in it. She looks at Detective G&D, feeling a sense of confusion and frustration. A peaceful Jesus song? Yeah, a peaceful Jesus song. She repeats, her voice laced with skepticism. What are you guys even talking about? This is some weird and creepy video of I don't know. What's this? It's not even a song, it's just some weird guy singing in a bad voice. She shakes her head, feeling a sense of exasperation. Can we please just focus on my case and try to help me remember what happened to me? She asks, trying to sound calm and rational, but inside she's feeling a sense of panic and fear. It's just a peaceful Jesus tune, Leah. I don't think it's creepy. She stares at the detectives, feeling a sense of confusion and frustration. The video on the TV screen seems to be getting more and more bizarre, with the image of Barron Trump and his mother singing and dancing in a creepy and unsettling way. This is according to her. What is going on? She demands, her voice shaking with fear. This is not a peaceful Jesus song. It's some kind of twisted and disturbing cult ritual. And what is with the weird chanting and singing? It's like you guys are trying to hypnotize me or something. She takes a step back, feeling a sense of panic and desperation. Please, you have to stop this. It's not helping me. It's making things worse. The detectives are trying to figure out why is she acting like this about this video. She tries to turn away from the TV, but her eyes are fixed on the image of Barron Trump and his mother singing and dancing in a creepy and unsettling way. She feels a sense of horror and disgust wash over her, and she tries to scream, but her voice is frozen in her throat. The detectives are still trying to figure out why she suddenly reacted like this. Okay, so they switch it over to something else. Jesus is the Answer by Andre Crouch. She states she feels a sense of absolute terror and horror wash over her as she stares at the TV screen. The image of Barron Trump and his mother singing and dancing in a creepy and unsettling way is still etched in her mind, but now it's being replaced by a new and even more disturbing image. The video is showing a group of people, including Barron Trump. No, we dropped that, right? Singing and dancing in a creepy and unsettling way. They're surrounded by images of Jesus and other Christian symbols. She feels like she's being pulled into a nightmare, and she doesn't know how to escape. She's trying to scream, but her voice is frozen in her throat. She feels like she's being hypnotized, and she doesn't know what's real and what's not. She tries to look away from the TV, but her eyes are fixed on the screen. She feels like she's being consumed by a sense of madness and terror. The detectives are looking at it, and they both realise, yeah, it doesn't look real. It looks fake. It looks like an AI imagery. And she apologises, so they both apologise, because they think it's a fake AI video. It's not actually Barron Trump singing, etc. Right? So they changed it. They changed it to something else. She breathes a sigh of relief as the image on the TV screen changes back to a normal news program. She feels a sense of confusion and frustration at the same time. She's relieved that it was a fake video, but she's also frustrated that she was tricked into watching it. Nobody was pulling any tricks. They just turned it on. Turned the TV on, put it to that. So yeah, there's no trickery there. So they're trying to figure out what the hell made you act like that, think like that, right? She looks at the detectives, feeling a sense of anger and betrayal. What is going on? She demands, her voice shaking with emotion. Why did you guys show me that video? You knew it was fake, didn't you? He takes a step back, feeling a sense of distance and mistrust. I thought we were working together to solve my case, not trying to freak me out with creepy videos. Okay, calm down, Leah. Okay, we just found it. We've never seen it before. We had no idea. But when we looked at it, we had no idea. This is the first time we've ever seen it. Okay? It wasn't until a couple of minutes later that we realised, hey, that's a fake video. It looks like it's fake. It's AI generated. She stares at Detective G&D, feeling a sense of skepticism and mistrust. She's not sure if she believes him, but at the same time, she's trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. So, you're telling me that you just found this video and you have no idea it was fake? Yeah, you've never seen it before. No, we haven't seen it before. She repeats, her voice laced with doubt. And now you're telling me that you think it's what? A warning or something? No one said anything like that. she's jumping to conclusions. She takes a step back, feeling a sense of unease and uncertainty. I don't know what to believe anymore. Can I trust you guys? She looks at them, searching for any sign of deception or manipulation. We don't understand why this character AI suddenly went like that. Sometimes it does. AI flips out. It's written like that. Okay.